The last episode of Pits to Podiums summarized the first activity of the season of Volkswagen Vento Cup, the fitness camp. Organized in association with Volkswagen Motorsport India's fitness partner, British Nutritions. The camp aimed at both physical and mental preparation of the drivers before the racing season began, and reiterated the benefits of staying fit and focused before, during and after the race.
And welcome to Pits to Podiums, where we bring you an exclusive coverage of the Volkswagen Vento Cup 2016. At the Kari Motor Speedway, all set to kickstart the season opener of the Vento Cup. The Cup is organized as a part of the MMSC FMSCI Indian National Racing Championship in association with MRF Tyres. The drivers have had 2 days of testing at this very track under the guidance of their driver coach Rayoman Banaji and Polo R Cup 2014 champion and Volkswagen Motorsport India development driver Kartik Tarani. So we can say that they are pretty kicked and all set to start the season with a bang.
The 2-day camp was focused on giving the new Vento Cup drivers more track time and getting them well acquainted with the basics of racing, the racetrack and their race machine before they get on the track for the first race of the season. Along with guided driving sessions and simulated sessions on race starts and safety car. There were multiple classroom briefing sessions, which included driving lines, braking points, flag signals, overtakes, etc.
To tell you a bit about the format of the Vento Cup, under the overall championship banner is an additional championship for junior drivers. Now, who are these junior drivers? Any driver with less than 9 racing experience falls under this category. However, all drivers compete in the overall championship. Does that mean a junior champion can also be the overall champion? Of course, yes.
The junior category champion is awarded a free seat in the next season of Vento Cup upon winning the championship. Currently, there are 8 drivers competing in the junior championship out of the total grid of 80. The overall champion of the Volkswagen Vento Cup gets an opportunity to represent India in one of the race weekends of an international racing series of Volkswagen Motorsport, in addition to a full season of MRF Formula 1600 racing series.
Initially, just an airstrip, this track came into existence because of the passion that its founder, Mr. Kari had for motorsport. And the track gets its name from him. But don't be mistaken to think of this track as just an easy one, because this one scares living daylights out of many. To get to know more about this track, let's go out with driver coach Rayoman Banaji, who's himself a 6 times national karting champion. Who better than him can tell us what the track is all about?
where we come out from the pit lane onto the track. We need to be careful not to cross the white line that is there on the track. And we now approach the first corner. Braking at about 80 meters before the corner is ideal. Hard braking. Just before that, we are doing 180 plus. And then we come to the second corner where we just brake a little bit, downshift into second, and late apex and take the second corner, come out wide, and we come towards the fast chicane. It's quite bumpy going through here. We are going pretty slow right now, but you can still gauge the kind of bumps that are there in the fast chicane. And then back down into second for the first of the two left into right sequences that we have. It's important to get the speed out of the corner as we go through a small little kink and we reach the second left into right. Once again down into second gear, we can ride the curbs. Once again carry the speed out. And then we come onto the back straight into the very difficult to get right second last corner, which is also known as the D, which is a really long corner. Keeps going, very late apex into the fastest corner on the track, the last corner, apex late, run out wide. As we run out wide, we come onto the main start finish straight. It's about 650 meters from the last corner to the first corner. And once again, we're really fast as we brake really hard for corner one.
Alright, so we've put a lap around the track. The drivers have put more than us, almost 50 laps around the track. They know their racing lines. They're all prepared for the first race of the weekend. Let's just hope we get the finest racing possible and may the best person win.
Absolutely. Good luck to the drivers.
With many of them driving under pressure from the other drivers for the first time, the qualifying session for the first race of the season turned out to be really exciting. With the weather conditions being cool and cloudy, the drivers could push to their limits to achieve their best timings, hoping to start the race from the pole. But it was Ishan Dodiwala, second runner-up in the last season of Volkswagen Vento Cup, who stormed to the first pole position of Vento Cup season 2016, and that too in the very first lap of his outing on the track. Having clocked 1 minute 10.087 seconds, Ishan looked confident for the upcoming race. New driver Keith D'Souza put in the second best timings of qualifying at 1 minute 11.018 seconds. 0.931 second behind pole setter Ishan. Coming in at a very close third position was last year's Vento Cup second runner-up Karminder Pal Singh with the fastest lap time of 1 minute 11.288 seconds. Former Polo Cup driver Aditya Pawar, who returned to racing this season after a couple of years, clocked 1 minute 11.608 seconds to take the fourth spot. Jeet Chabak, a rookie driver, surprised everyone and put up an impressive lap of 1 minute 11.628 seconds to clinch the fifth spot on the grid.
This is the
2016 Vento Cup car. Fairly similar to the 2015 car in terms of the heart of it.
So let's just take our positions on top of the tower here at the Kari Motor Speedway, wishing all the drivers all the best. May the best person win and give us a very exciting race to watch. So here's the moment we've all been waiting for. Finally, the season opener, first race of the championships. The cars have already taken their position. Now, how did the grid positions get decided? It was on the qualifying session. The order in which the drivers finished in qualifying is how they're placed on the grid for race 1. Just to get his comments and opinion on how the first race of the season will go, who will win, his prediction, let's talk to Head of the Department, Volkswagen Motorsport India, Mr. Sirish Vissa. Sirish, hi, a very impressive qualifying. The drivers are phenomenally good on the track, very confident. What do you say about the first race?
Fingers crossed, toes crossed. I just want all of them to have a nice, clean race. They've been performing very well. We've got a very tight field. I think Ishan has driven really well, but behind him, it's 2 seconds separating, I think, with the whole grid. So, should be fun.
So, one of the biggest changes that has been made to the cars is new tires, which has actually given better results. We're looking at faster timings. Does that mean the competition is going to get more fierce?
Absolutely, because they've got a lot more confidence in the car now with the tires. Mid-corner, they've got a lot more grip. So they're really happy and they've got so much confidence that they're able to actually challenge each other and fight each other a lot closer.
A lot of these guys, the guys have never driven on a racetrack. I mean, it's their first time out and still they're so competitive. Thanks to coaching by Rayo and Karthik, I would say.
Absolutely, and it's not only the coaching, it's also the fact that in addition to the coaching, all of them have had practice in terms of safety car procedure, in terms of starts and so on. So they've already been sort of given simulation, if you will, of race conditions in the build-up to this weekend. So they should be sort of knowledgeable about everything and should know what to do now, hopefully.
Thank you. So that was Sirish, confident and nervous at the same time, as are all of us. So let's just take our positions on top of the tower here at the Kari Motor Speedway, wishing all the drivers all the best. May the best person win and give us a very exciting race to watch.
After a commendable qualifying and starting the first race of the season from pole position, Ishan Dodiwala took the whole shot and held his position going into the first corner, the most crucial corner of the race. Having done so, there was no looking back for the Hyderabad lad, and he went on to build a good lead over the pack through the 12 laps of the race and took the checkered flag ahead of his other competitors on the grid. It was in the second position where the real action was going on in the first lap of the race. Starting third on the grid, Karminder Pal Singh overtook Keith D'Souza to take second position, which he held on till the finish line. Keith, driving in the Vento Cup for the first time, managed to take the third place despite facing constant pressure from Aditya Pawar midway through the race. Jeet Jabak drove with a calm head to clinch the much-deserved fifth position. The fact that all the drivers, both new and old, made it safe out of the first corner in the first lap of the race spoke about their mature driving and won appreciation from the spectators. But all said and done, it was time to celebrate the victors and true spirit of racing.
This is the 2016 Vento Cup car. Fairly similar to the 2015 car in terms of the heart of it, which is the 1.4 TSI engine with the 6-speed DSG gearbox. There are a lot of differences. To suit the MRF tires, we've had to basically recalibrate the entire suspension system of the car. So last year we had a single adjustable dampers. This year we have two-way adjustable dampers from KW.
We've met the drivers, but let's not forget the race machine. Let's get to know her better. And who better to tell about her than the person who can call all of these race cars his baby? Mr. Sirish Visa, Head of Department, Volkswagen Motorsport India. So let's just get to know her better.
Sure. So this is the 2016 Vento Cup car. Fairly similar to the 2015 car in terms of the heart of it, which is the 1.4 TSI engine with the 6-speed DSG gearbox. The shell is the same. Where it counts, there are a lot of differences. To suit the MRF tires, we've had to basically recalibrate the entire suspension system of the car. So last year we had a single adjustable dampers. This year we have two-way adjustable dampers from KW. And with that, we are able to tune the car a lot better to suit these tires. So along with the dampers, we also have different springs that we've changed to suit the tires because the spring rate of the tires are different compared to last year. In addition to that, we've got a rear anti-roll bar now on the car. Basically, all of the key changes that we've made was to maximize the grip that we generate from these tires. So the tire construction, the tire compound is quite different to what we've run in the past. So because of that, it completely changes the way the car handles. So we've had to basically retool the entire dynamic package of the car to be able to maximize what we do with these tires. And that's why I think all the drivers over here are very happy with the grip levels that we are generating.
No matter how beautiful it looks and how well engineered it is, this car still looks better when racing on the track and not here in the pit. busy race weekend here at the Kari Motor Speedway with a lot of other categories as a part of the Indian National Racing Championship. But who minds the sound of these race cars, which is music to the ears of an enthusiast? Let's take a look at the results of other racing categories.
The MMSC FMSCI Indian National Racing Championship also organized races in the Indian Touring Cars category, Indian Junior Touring Cars IJTC, Superstock and the Rookie Championship Formula 1300, where it was only the first race weekend of the season for Vento Cup. This was the third round of the Indian National Racing Championship. The first two rounds in Chennai turned out to be hot and exciting, with the drivers pressing hard for the top slots and precious points. In ITC, defending champion Arjun Narendran strengthened his championship lead further by winning all the three races that weekend. Despite a slow start and starting fourth on the grid, Arjun went on to grab an early lead in the race and made the most of his experience on the home turf. Race Concepts' Deepak Paul Chinnappa retired following an on-track incident involving veteran Radha Selvarajan. In IJTC, Anant Pitawala won the first race of the weekend, followed by Goan driver Keith D'Souza and Red Rooster Racing driver Vinod S. in the third place. In the first race of Rookie Cup, Tejas Ram clawed his way through the field from fourth position to get past early front-runners for a fine win, while championship leader Raghul Rangaswamy retired, which ended his three-win spree. Finishing second behind Tejas Ram was Momentum Racing's Rupesh Sivakumar, ahead of WSRF's Vinesh Chand. Race 1 in the Superstock category was won by privateer Deepak Ravikumar, with Raghul Rangaswamy finishing second. And young lad Dean Mascarenis crossing the checkered flag in third place.
The surface of the track is unpredictable, so we have to adapt to the track each and every single lap for every corner. All the categories, whatever I'm driving, the car is behaving differently every single lap. So it's just upon the driver, we had to adapt.
My mistake, it was very slippery, but then the lap times were pretty good and close to the front runners.
With this comes to an end the second episode of Pits to Podiums. Join us in the next show as we look at the second race of the championship. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter for all live feeds and updates, and we post some cool pictures on Instagram too. Till then, thank you so much for watching, and remember that with great power comes great responsibility, and it's applicable on your cars too.
In the next episode of Pits to Podiums, after today's spectacular qualifying session and an action-packed race 1, the grid positions for the next race will be as per the reverse grid rule, wherein the positions of top 8 finishers will be reversed on the grid. And this will surely add a lot of action to the race.